Good evening. Good evening. Whoops, I hit the wrong button. Good evening, everybody. It is indeed Wednesday night. It's time for another AEW Dynamite Watchalong. Before we get down to the festivities, I like to pop on a little bit early and just take care of some housekeeping, talk about some stuff. Of course, the big show, LPW number 41, is coming on October the 3rd. Is that the 3rd or the 4th? Is it the 3rd? I've been saying the 4th. October, whatever the Friday is. A week from Friday at the Rec Room here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Tickets available right now at Tickster.com. If you cannot be there in person, you can check it out live on IWTV featuring yours truly. Something else really cool that's happening at the Rec Room tomorrow night is the TNA Night of Champions Q&A and photo op at the Rec Room, South Edmonton Common here at Edmonton. Love Pro Wrestling's home base. All of the champions of TNA will be there, along with Gia Miller and Santina Morella. Tickets for that are available right now at tnamerch.com. I don't know if there'll be tickets at the door, so if you do want to check out this super cool thing that TNA is doing here in Edmonton, head over to tnamerch.com and get your tickets for that. And no Saturday Night Love again this week. I apologize, but I forgot that I will actually be at TNA. So no Saturday Night Love this week, but we're coming back next week with something a lot of fun. And November the 14th, of course, it is Big Bad Boris' 40-hour Extreme, raising donations for the Canadian Mental Health Association. All that stuff is coming up. Stick around because we're going to be back shortly with the TNA. TNA. Wow, I'm all over the place. The AEW Dynamite Watchalong. Good evening, good evening. It's time for AEW Watch Along with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, Dynamite, Jazz Hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.
The ring's all set, the lights on bright, so settle in, it's Wednesday night. With matches stacked, the action's prime. AEW love it's Dynamite time, and with Big Bad Boris, we're ready to roll. Let's kick off the night of rock and roll. Rock and roll. Rock and roll. Let's kick off the night and rock and roll.
Yes, indeedy do, children. It is indeed time to rock and roll. It is AEW Dynamite Watch Along night. I just finished the pay-per-view. Apparently, it's National Cherries Jubilee Day. I don't know if I've ever had Cherries Jubilee before, but I just finished the pay-per-view literally moments before we went on the air. I'm a busy man doing busy man things. I will sprinkle my opinion on the pay-per-view throughout the night as we go through. As Dynamite is on the air with all of the fiery pyrotechnics and the such that you would expect. Fernando, I'm good. I'm better now that you're here, my friend. We are live in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. That pay-per-view was long. My God. With the hour tailgate brawl, whatever the hell it was called, it was 6 hours? I mean, what's the word? Value for your money, I suppose. But, that is a long pay-per-view. The lady's asking me if the Blue Jays are losing. which they are. She is working late. We got Brodito versus the Gates of Agony. We'll hear from FTR tonight and a bunch of other stuff on deck for Dynamite, including the Trios match, the Conglomeration versus the Don Callis family. I assume the mystery participant for the Conglomeration is going to be Orange Cassidy. That was kind of hinted at. Powerhouse Hobbs and Claudio Castagnoli. But first, Hangman Adam Page and the Ring of Honor Pure Champion Lee Moriarty, I guess, are going to start us off. I really liked Adam Page and Kyle Fletcher's match. I thought it was everything. I think was a little long. I would have shaved a couple of minutes off of everything, but that's just me. But like the actual match itself, I quite enjoyed. What will the world champion do? Oh, Fernando, thank you. I had a lot of fun on the trivia stream yesterday, and I very much appreciate Ophelia bailing me out and helping me get the W, because I was certainly not getting it on my own merit, and much to the chagrin of Rich King, who is not a happy camper. But nonetheless, it was a lot of fun, and we raised some money for the Stollery, so everybody wins. Especially me. Who the hell's the Demand? Is this what we're calling Ricochet and the Gates of Agony? The Demand? Why does everything have to have a name? Like a terrible name? I don't know, man. There was definitely some things on the pay-per-view that I didn't care for, and I will discuss those as we go along through the night. I like that MVP took the pin on that. I mean, it kind of made sense for him to take the pin on that. I was kind of surprised that the Hurt Syndicate business experience lost, but at the same time, I mean, this is how you make new stars now, you know? When you're in demand. I did not watch WrestlePalooza other than I watched Cena and Brock Lesnar, which was garbage. I couldn't resist watching that one, but I'm not feeling WWE lately for a lot of reasons. I've not been a regular viewer of WWE for a number of years now, and just a lot of things that they are doing right now don't sit well with me, so I can't support them, as weird as that might sound. So I'm definitely not a regular viewer, so I did not see anything off WrestlePalooza. I read that the show was not super well received outside of the women's matches, but I did not see it, so I cannot really comment on that. I hated that ladder match at the pay-per-view. Hated it. And I'm sure that I'm in the minority, but there was... I know in ladder matches, you kind of have to just accept the fact there's going to be some slow climbing up to get the title ladder nonsense that we just kind of have to accept as a thing in ladder matches. But there was an exorbitant amount of that. There was an exorbitant amount of spots that were very, very contrived to set up, and it took me out of the match. I don't mean to disrespect those guys that are out there busting butts, because they really worked hard and they put on a spectacle, and a lot of people liked it, but just some of the mechanics of it I didn't care for, but that is no reflection on the talent of those guys in that match, because they're all awesome. All right, so we got Brodito and Bishop Khan and Toa Leone. Yes, it was cool to see. It was cool to see Jurassic Express get back together. I'll talk more about that if and when we see that, because I have things I don't understand about that as well. But maybe it's me. Maybe I am the one that is wrong, as usual. But Bandito wants to start this one off. I believe that is Bishop Khan in the ring. Yeah, AEW do have a pretty stacked tag division. I absolutely agree with that. Big overhand chop that did nothing. The chops, they do nothing. Actually, I should check in on the Blue Jays. I'm going to do that right now. It's probably going to make me sad, but I'm going to do it anyway. Still 3-0. This team, man, I'm telling you, they're gonna end up in a wild card and they're gonna blow it, and I'm gonna be upset. So just be prepared for that. Tag into Toa Leona or Taya Leone. I'm not sure exactly. Is Brian Danielson out there doing the commentary? I don't know. I do not hear him. Again, maybe it is I who am the one who is wrong. Just a punch to the mouth. Yeah, that was a long pay-per-view. I did like it for the most part, though. Yeah, it was cool to see Beth Copeland back again as well. A lot of returns. I thought the crowd was hot for some things and a little bit quiet for some other things. I'll talk about the Chris Statlander thing soon. We'll be seeing her at some point tonight. All of my opinions that nobody cares about or asked for. Right here on the AEW Dynamite Watchalong with your pal. Oh, I'm on TikTok now, by the way. I've decided I'm going to be a TikToker. So look for me on the TikTok. I think I'm BBBORIS 33 or some nonsense like that. I'm not good at it. I don't understand how it works, but I'm having fun. I figured I'd be famous by now, but not so much. It's awfully quiet in Pittsburgh right now. Oh, here's the tag to Big Bad Brody King and his ambidextrous chopping ability. Yeah, it's going to be an exciting weekend here at Edmonton. TNA rolling into town. First time they've been to Edmonton. First time I believe that they've been this far west in Canada. So I'm interested to see. I've never been to a TNA live event before, so I'm very interested to see how it's going to look and sound and all that kind of stuff. Broaden my horizons, if you will. Actually, yes, very excited. I wonder how many years it took to get all those tattoos on Brody King. Oh, He taught the Ricochet, taught them everything he knows. I wonder if we'll see. I wonder what the deal with Britt Baker is right now. I mean, whenever they're in Pittsburgh, we always wonder if we'll see Britt Baker. I don't know what her status is as we go to commercial. So while we're in commercial, I will again do the taking care of business that I often do. Of course, the big piece of business is October 3rd, LPW. Oh, what am I doing here? I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know. I will figure out how all this works one day. LPW number 41, October 3rd, a week Friday at the Rec Room here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada. Tickets available right now at Tixter.com. There will be a handful available at the door as well. If you are not in the area and want to still check out the action, you can do so live on IWTV at 9 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Mountain, with the beautiful voice of yours truly calling the action. No Saturday Night Love this week. I apologize for taking 2 weeks off, but I forgot that I was going to be at TNA. So no SNL, but we are working on something for fun for the following week, so stay tuned for that. Tomorrow night, right here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, will be the TNA Night of Champions Q&A and photo op at the aforementioned Rec Room at South Edmonton Common. All of the current TNA champions will be there, as well as Gia Miller and Santina Morella for your photography and question and answer needs. So that'll be a lot of fun. So definitely check that out. And last but certainly not least, on November the 14th is going to be the Big Bad Morris's 40-hour Extreme. I'll be live on Twitch for 40 hours straight to take donations and raise money for the Canadian Mental Health Association here in Edmonton. So all that stuff is coming up in the next couple of months here in Love Wrestling World. That's not the right one. There we go. We are in commercial, so stick around. We shall return. All right, we are coming back from the commercial. Things look weird on my screen. Everything looks really, really tiny, and I have no idea what I did. So hopefully everything still looks normal on your screen. But nonetheless, tag team title action is continuing right here on AEW Dynamite. Bandito looking for the big hot tag. Yeah, a lot of room on the hard camera side of the ring on the floor between the fans and the ring. I wonder if it's always like that. I don't know. Oh, malfunction at the junction. Nobody for Brody King to tag. He's going to have to go it alone. And there's the big tag to Bandito. Yeah, it looks like a nice, decent crowd. Looks like a decent sized building. I'm not sure what building they're in, but it's definitely bigger than the 2300 arena. Maybe not quite as big as where the pay-per-view was, but I mean, pay-per-views are pay-per-views. Oh, I've got my my gates of agony mixed up. I got my gates of agony mixed up. Toa Leona is the other one, and Bishop Khan is the other one, and I apologize for not knowing that. You see, I'm not very good at this, but it's fun, you know? He's not down. What are we doing here? My God. Poor Bandito is at the mercy of the GOA. Oh, Brody King coming to the aid of his partner. Ricochet not happy about the cheating. Woo. Oh, now who's cheating? Ricochet. Oh, but Aubrey's not having any of that shenanigans. And Ricochet has been prematurely ejected from the match. Inside cradle from Bandito. Oh, but a kick out. Big double choke slam. Are we going to see new champions? No, because Brody is there in time to make the big save, and everyone is happy. The 21 plex. And Brodito retain your AEW Tag Team Championships in our opening contest. Here on the Dynamite. Depending on what platform you're watching on, if you're on the old YouTube, please throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. If you're on the the Twitch, please throw us a follow or however that works. And if you're watching on the fabulous, I got the hiccups, I'm sorry, the fabulous Between Two Beards Twitter account, definitely give those guys a follow. They've got a big show coming up tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock Eastern, 6 o'clock Mountain, as they do every Thursday night. Still to come, Mina Shirakawa gets a shot at the new AEW Women's Champion, Chris Statlander. Oh, we're conglomerating. Listen to Mark Briscoe. The word of the day is mystery. Mark Briscoe just used the word divulge in a sentence properly. I do love me some Mark Briscoe. Uh-oh. Here comes Evil's hologram. I'm sure he's got a name. I just don't know what it is yet. Oh, Daniel Bryan is there. Or sorry, Bryan Danielson is there. Oh, now we got to talk about DraftKings because we can't go 5 minutes on television without talking about sports betting, ruining the fucking world. Oh, I hate it. Speaking of the sports world, what do we think of new CFL rules? What do we think of new pitchers and catchers and hitters being able to challenge balls and strikes? There's all kinds of exciting things going on, rule changey wise, in the world of sports. I wrecked my screen and made everything like really small. Oh wait, I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Oh, I fixed it. I am a legend. Okay, never mind. Yeah, a lot of changes going on in the sports world. I know if our American friends don't really know exactly the Canadian Football League and don't care much about it, but there's some big rule changes coming, and a lot of the CFL loyalists are upset about it because they feel it's the Americanizing of our game. I disagree. I like the changes. There's only a handful of them. And the challenging of balls and strikes, I am very much in favor of, because some of these umpires are a little out of pocket, so to speak, and there's some questionable things going on. Not questionable, but just there's nothing's uniform in terms of the calling of balls and strikes in baseball. So I welcome our robot baseball overlords. We're in commercial. We'll be back. Stick around. All right, we're back with the AEW Women's World Champion. Now, I don't have a problem with Chris Statlander winning the title. I just don't like the way they did it. I mean, if they're going to make this into this big deal that Chris Statlander finally wins the title and she gets pyro and all that, I mean, make it a one-on-one and put a little bit more story juice behind it than just a big chaotic four-way. Because it didn't seem like it didn't feel like as big a moment to me as I think they wanted it to. If that makes sense. What is going on with Chris Statlander and the Death Riders? Here comes Hangman Page, your current reigning and defending AEW World Champion, for his match against who is it again? Lee Moriarty is who it's against. I love me some Lee Moriarty. I was a big fan of Lee Moriarty when he was on the Independents, and when he got signed, I was pleased. And seeing him have success in Ring of Honor also pleased me, so I'm pleased. In conclusion, I am pleased. Yeah, I enjoyed the match with Hangman and Kyle Fletcher. I think we could have shaved a few minutes off it, but I think we could have shaved a few minutes off of just about all of the matches and maybe made that a 4-hour show. But I mean, those are nitpicky things. And why do we have champion? I mean, I don't think this is a title match, but still, why would you not have the champion come out second? Oh, we're going to get a vignette. Lee Moriarty's getting a vignette. My God. Tiger style. Yes, I do like Lee Moriarty very much. I think he's very talented. All righty, bring out Lee Moriarty. Is he not with Shane Taylor Promotions anymore? Why is Shane Taylor Promotions not coming out with him? Why do I have more questions than answers? Maybe I should watch Ring of Honor more often. I ain't got time. I mean, no one's got time. I don't have time for everything I want to watch. I've got the CMLL anniversary show that I'll never watch it. I have it. I want to watch it. I'll never watch it. I have the last AAA show. Have it. Want to watch it. I'll never watch it. There's just no time. Japanese stuff. Have it. Want to watch it. Just no time. I had to skim through 3 GCW shows just so I could be caught up for the LA Homecoming show, which I'm almost done. But I mean, I have to quit my job just so I could watch wrestling, but no one's going to pay me to watch wrestling. So if you do want to pay me to watch wrestling, speak now, and I will be more than happy to accommodate you. All right, there is the bell. We are underway. Is Lee from Pittsburgh? Because he is certainly over. Oh, look at the heavenly light streaming down on me from over there. Look at that. That is not special effects. That's the window. What else happened on the pay-per-view? Yeah, I want to talk a little bit about the whole Luchasaurus thing too. If they're going to have Luchasaurus come back with this, that a little video vignette that they filmed with him being, dug out of the dirt and all that, why did they have him return a few weeks ago as Kill Switch? Why not just leave him off TV and have that be his return? Again, if I'm missing something obvious, explain to me the point, unless they just wanted him to kind of help get them away from Christian Cage. But if that's going to be a big moment and they're going to have a vignette like he's being risen from the dead, why was he on TV for weeks before that? If I'm wrong or not understanding, please feel free to call me on that, because maybe I don't understand storytelling. The heavily taped neck of the AEW champion. If you'll bear with me, I would like to secure another delicious Pabst Blue Ribbon and put it inside my jacked and juicy, custom-made can cozy. There are only 2 of these in existence, and I have them both. It's pretty quiet in the comments there. Let's get some dialogue going. Ask me about all of my amazing opinions. Yeah, this has been a good match. I do like me some Lee Moriarty a lot. I wonder if we'll see some Eddie Kingston on the program tonight. Yes, according to Taz, that Lee Moriarty is the hometown man. So that explains everything. I am now up to speed. Do you think the Orange Cassidy match, they're going to run that as the main event tonight? I'm going to assume that that's the case, but... Oh, yes, I forgot that Tony Khan has an important announcement tonight. There are all kinds of rumors are swirling. Some people think it's going to be a women's Continental Classic. Some people believe it's going to be women's tag team titles. Some people think it's going to be a announcement of a blood and guts. Who knows? But I guess we just have to wait and see. As we are going into the commercial, man, it's a lot of food commercials here in Canada. We get... and they sure make Little Caesars look good on TV. Have you ever had Little Caesars? I haven't had it in a long time, but I don't remember Little Caesars pizza being like the mecca of pizza. But I mean, on the commercials, they sure make it look tasty. All right, so stick around. We're going to take a little bit of break here. We'll come back when the action returns. Has anybody been watching Evolve? I started watching Evolve when it first debuted, and I want to say I watched the first 3 episodes, maybe 2 or 3 episodes, and then I kind of fell off and forgot about it. I see that it's still going on. Is anybody watching that? Is it any good? It's just there's too much, man. There's too much. I can't do it. I can't do it all. I want to check out what's going on in Dragon Gate, but I got no time. I haven't watched an ICW No Holds Barred show in probably a year. Used to love that stuff, but there's just no time. All right, so we are still in our, I assume, to be a non-title match between AEW champion Hangman Adam Page and Lee Moriarty, the Ring of Honor Pure Champion. Oh, yeah, I still have the Ring of Honor show. What was it? Death Before Dishonor from the 2300 Arena? I still have that, too. Man, I keep forgetting about it. Like, I have a hard drives full. I'm like a digital hoarder. I have hard drives full of wrestling, like terabytes and terabytes. And I have folders on my hard drives called HW, haven't watched. And there's just so much stuff in there. And I'll never get to it. I keep it in there because I'm like, maybe one day I will. It's sad. It's difficult being Boris, let me tell you. Also, talk of AEW permanently doing the pay-per-views in the afternoon, and I kind of like that. I like me a early pay-per-view Saturday or a Sunday. Just continue on with the rest of your night, and I'm in favor of that. And apparently, it's popular with international crowds as well because they don't have to, if they want to watch it live, they don't have to midnight or 2 a.m. or 11 o'clock or whatever the time difference is. So I'm in favor of that. The octopus stretch from Lee Moriarty. The champ has to get to the ropes. Oh, shoulders are down. The biggest upset in AEW history. Drew Dalby, my friend. How are you doing there, big fella? It is fabulous to see you. And yeah, I also a big fan of daytime pay-per-view. And there's the big win for Hangman Adam Page. Drew Dalby, you were actually in attendance on Saturday, were you not, at the pay-per-view? There was some stuff I really liked, some stuff that I would have done differently. Can you give us a quick synopsis of the live experience? Unless you've already left, which in that case, then never mind. Hangman gets the big win, but we have not seen the last. Morning pay-per-views. So like, what time are we talking about morning? Like 8 o'clock? No, 10 o'clock? Maybe. All right, here we go. We're going to hear from Cope and Christian. Cope's going to go, and he doesn't know if he's going to come back. What a moment. Oh, did you attend the press conference? Hot crowd. Yeah, it's a long show. Like, I can understand them kind of being a little bit burned out by the end. I can get that though. But yeah. All right, we are going to commercial, and that means we have to talk about my dinner.
What's for dinner? Let's find out. Something tasty, there's no doubt. Boris is hungry, he's ready to eat. Then off to bed, his night's complete. What's for dinner?
Well, I'm glad you asked what's for dinner. Well, tonight, the lady is working. She's doing the closing shift, if you will. Too many journalists coming in with front row chairs. Yes, the lady is working. So last night we had burgers, and tonight I'm having leftover burgers with a side of macaroni salad, so I can get even fatter than I am now. But you know what? It's okay. That is what's for dinner. As we are in commercial, so we will once again go through the exciting things happening in the Love of Wrestling universe. LPW number 41, October the 3rd, here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, at the South Edmonton Rec Room. Tickets are available right now at Tixter.com. If you cannot be there in person, we will be live on IWTV featuring little old me on the call. Tomorrow night at said Rec Room, as part of TNA's big weekend here at Edmonton, the Night of Champions Q&A and photo op will take place, hosted by Gia Miller and Santino Morella. All of your TNA champions will be in attendance to take photos and answer questions. That should be a lot of fun and set the stage for Victory Road on Friday and the TNA Impact TV taping on Saturday. No SNL this week, but I will be back the following week. And then, of course, November 14th is the big, crazy thing. Big Bad Boris's 40-hour X-Stream. I will be streaming on Twitch for 40 hours straight to raise money for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. I would love it if you could pop by. I'd love it if you could throw a few bucks in the kitty to help out a great cause that has helped me out a lot over the years. So that's what is going on in the Love Wrestling world. Christian is going to take matters in his own hand. There's a lot of rumors about Copeland's contract being up and then him perhaps being one of Cena's final opponents. I don't know the behind the scenes about whose contract is up when, but it's fun to speculate, I guess, right? All right, we're coming back from the commercial. What do we get here? Oh, we get Tony Schiavone. All right, here comes FTR to explain the despicable thing they did. I'm not going to lie. I watched that last weekend, so I don't remember exactly what they did, but I assume it has something to do with Beth Copeland. I don't remember. Oh, yes, she was Spike pile driven. It's all coming back to me now. Let's see what FTR have to say for themselves. Oh, they edited it. Fabulous. That's like back in the day when they used to show clips from pay-per-views on Raw, and they would clever, or just show like still pictures to try to get you to order the Tuesday night replay of the pay-per-view. Man, those were the days. Let's check in on the Blue Jays so I can be upset, because man, if there's one thing I like, it's still 4-0 in the bottom of the 7th. The bats have died. We're gonna get a wild card position, and then we're gonna get swept. It's a sad day in the world. Yeah, it's hard to argue. The Brewers are doing very, very well. That's definitely a possibility. I agree with you. Her micro brawler head. Fabulous. Stoke getting the heat. The no hose thing is catching on, hey? I somehow thought that it might. Oh, don't say the B word. Fabulous promo. Fabulous promo. You know what? I'm on board. Uh-oh. Here comes Love Pro Wrestling alumni Willow Nightingale. She seems less than impressed, looking very Canadian with the denim vest, like Seinfeld. Got a fake numbers coming out tonight. That's a Seinfeld reference. I got to get me some red high top chucks. She's here to talk about Beth Copeland. A broken freaking neck. Ooh, spicy! Well, the profanities are been thrown around pretty liberally. There's the F word was thrown around pretty liberally on the pay per view on Saturday. Oh, Stokely. The taste has been slapped out of the mouth of Stokely Hathaway. Oh, look, it's the ball of speed. It's weird seeing Speedball with shoes on. All right, I'm sensing a 6-person tag team matchup in our future. But that will be another story for another day. Mr. New Music Inferno from Las Vegas, Nevada, the party capital of the world. What's going on, my man? You know, if the Blue Jays could get a run, I would, I'd be really psyched about that. I'd be thrilled. Oh, we're going to revealing comments from MJF. Following his matchup, I got to talk about that too. Are you going to a Las Vegas 51s game? Are they even still there on Las Vegas 51s, or is that something different? The Aviators. Okay, that's cool. Well, the Las Vegas 51s at one point were the AAA affiliate of the Toronto Blue Jays. The Tacoma Rainiers. Oh, the playoffs. Okay, that's cool. I want to talk about the MJF Mark Briscoe match. It was madness. They did a lot of stuff, but I was I don't know a way to say it where it doesn't sound awful, but I laughed uncontrollably because it looked like MJF had a rather substantial menstrual stain on his white pants. And I know that's not okay to say, but it was very obvious, and I found it really funny. And I'm not proud of the fact that I found it funny, but I found it funny. No, Orange Cassidy has not returned yet. The show's been okay. I'm assuming that's going to be the main event, the six-man tag team matchup. But no Orange Cassidy yet, but it has been teased relentlessly. Oh, is MJF going away for a while? All right, so it assumes, or it appears, MJF will be going away for a little while as we wait. Oh, never mind. This, I believe, the return of Orange Cassidy is upon us as the Rainmaker Kazuchika Okada, Konosuke Takeshita. I thought it was supposed to be Hechicero, but that looks an awful lot like Rocky Romero to me. Oh, wait, never mind. There's Hechicero. I lied to you. I did enjoy the three-way match for the Unified Championship. That was a lot of fun. They did a lot of stuff in that match too, but it was enjoyable. Again, I would have shaved a couple, like 3 minutes off every match that night, get that down to a 4-hour show. Because 5 hours, 6 including the tailgate pregame show or pre-show, I think it's too much. Oh, Don Callis has something important to say. This should go well. Don Callis is a world-class painter. Okay. Oh God, now it's 7-0. Oh, R.I.P. Blue Jays. All right, here comes the masterpiece that Don Callis has painted. This seems very odd to me, but is this going to be Orange Cassidy in a box? It is going to be Orange Cassidy in a box. It's a little obvious, but you know what? The fans like it, so that's what's important. Just like Sandman in a box or Terry Funk in a box. Oh, there's Rocky Romero. Solid work, Rocky. All right, here come the conglomeration. Orange Cassidy has returned. Everyone is happy. face to face with Takeshita and Okada. I can hear Jim Cornette from here. My goddamn pockets! Uh-oh. So I wonder what they're going to run as the main event then. What's left? Are they going to do Hobbs and Claudio as the main event? Or do I not understand anything? Trying to think of what other matches are left. Well, I think Statlander has a match. That might be the main event as well. Orange Cassidy up to the top. Oh, there's the bell. We are finally underway. Judge Ben Omen. I gotta tell you something. I'm gonna make a confession right now. Okay, not a lot of people know this, but I love me some Judge Ben Omen. What's going on there, big fella? Great to see you. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. I'm really looking forward to checking out the total nonstop action. But right now we are AEWing it. The conglomeration against the Don Callis family. The return of Orange Cassidy. I study Ben Omen when he referees now. I study him and watch to see, what I can do better. I fully support this, Ben. You are coming on the 40-hour Big Bad Boris's Extreme to watch someone. Now, I need, I've got PWA covered. I'm gonna grab all my PWA hard drives and I'm going to plug them in, and we're gonna go through and I'll take some requests. You throw a few bucks in the donation and make some requests, and we'll watch the matches. But I'm looking for some rare stuff. I'm looking for some stuff that's not on YouTube. So I need some of you guys, you and Thaddeus and some of those guys, to bring me some stuff that's a little bit rare. What is Uncontrolled Chaos? I don't know what that is. Help me out. I could read to you from the Vance Nevada History of Canadian Wrestling book. I think I have that back there. I used to have it. I don't know if I still do. Hechicero choking out Hologram with his own arm. Yes, you know what? We need to digitize. Oh, Vance has a new book out. Okay, cool. We need to digitize that stuff. If you have the ability to digitize that stuff, then I give you full. I encourage you to do so. If you don't, I do. So if you want to, hand those off to me, I can digitize those, and then we can take a look and see what we got. But yeah, I'm happy to go down the Professional Wrestling Alberta memory lane. I think that'd be a lot of fun. We are in commercial. What Judge Ben Omen is talking about, of course, is Love Wrestling presents Big Bad Boris's 40-hour Extreme right here on the Love Wrestling Twitch on November the 14th. I will be streaming live for 40 hours, taking donations for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association a wonderful service that has helped me greatly over the years when I have been in need, and I have a story to tell that will be told on that weekend. Fright Night 2000. Oh, wait, hang on. Let me get this thing off of here. Fright Night 2006. Is that the one where I wore the dress? I can't remember. The first and only barbed wire rope match the city has ever seen. Who was in that match? I think we talked about this the other day. Did we not? Which one was the one where I wore the dress? Was that 07? The time I wore the dress. And the time that I made Juggernaut incredibly angry with me. But that's a story that we will tell on the day of, because Lord knows I've got 40 hours to fill. Now, I won Quizplex yesterday thanks to a generous donation from Ophelia Payne, and Warren Barris was in my my tweets this morning talking about how he believes he is the lineal Quizplex champion. So I'm going to see if during the 40 hours we can throw together a little mini Quizplex trivia challenge between myself and Warren Barris. Massive Damage versus Derek. Yeah, barbed wire match. Yeah, man, we'll throw that in there. Absolutely. I don't believe I've ever seen that. Now, the time I wore the dress, that is an infamous moment in Edmonton professional wrestling history. Well, infamous to me anyway. Were you at that show, Ben, or were you too young? 2007 is almost 20 years ago. You would have been like 3. All right, we are. Oh, he called Don Callis the human skid mark. We are back from commercial, continuing with our trios match: the Don Callis family against the conglomeration. Now, I would like to see the evil hologram make his debut, because from what I've heard, it is actually Arez, who is a fabulous luchador. We see him in American Indies, especially GCW over the past couple of years, and I'm a big Arez fan. Fright Night 2006. Oh, I thought it was 2007. 2006. You were 12. I was in a dress. Texas smashed his head off the chairs and the bleachers, getting thrown down the stairs. It is, I mean, it was, I mean, I've got like the background story of all that I could talk about too. I won't tell it now. I really want to, but I won't. But I can tell you how that all kind of came to be. So remember all this for November, Ben, because I'm a big fan of talking about me. And yeah, I'll talk about how that all came to be, and how that night went, and how Juggernaut was really mad at me, but it's Kurt's fault. Kurt's fault. I mean, my fault, but it was my fault because it was Kurt's fault. But we will talk about that in a month and a half or so. I'm starting to get nervous about that. I wrote a check and now my butt's got to cash it. And I like to talk. Don't get me wrong, but 40 hours is a long time. So we'll see how that all goes. Still to come tonight, we got Powerhouse Hobbs, Claudio Castagnoli. I heard a story that there was a WWE show where they somehow digitally made Claudio's nipples look smaller. I don't know if that's a true story, but it's something that I read recently. I mean, whatever. And Chris Stanlander defending the title against Mina Shirakawa, which I assume is going to be the main event. I thought this might have been our main event, but it is not. Orange Cassidy and Okada used to be friends. That was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Yeah, I don't think I have that Fright Night DVD. I have like fan footage that I had friends of mine that were in the audience that night and they filmed like fan footage, but I don't have the actual like release, the PWA release. So yeah, I kind of want to see that. I want to see how terrible I am in that. That's almost 20 years ago. Orange Cassidy unleashing. I remember that show being good. Yes, absolutely. Maybe I'll tell my Abdullah the Butcher and Hannibal story that I don't really tell. Maybe we'll save that for the 40-hour stream too. It's not a great story, but it's a story. Big backbreaker from Hechicero. Yeah, back in the day, that era of PWA was, I mean, every show was at Nate, and it was, the roster of the talent we had with the Funky Bunch and the Stampede Bulldogs, the Dirty Duke, and all those guys. It was we didn't really know, or at least I didn't, because I was still kind of cutting my teeth back then. Realize how like the amount of talent that we had back then. Are you not an AEW guy, Ben Omen? Are you being a little facetious right now? Flipping pile driver from Hologram just because. Oh, good. Okay. Do you want to come hang out? I can send you the link right now if you want to come hang out. Unless you're just lounging on your couch and enjoying your life. You are eating. Oh, what are you eating? All right, the babyface team, the conglomeration, get the win. What are you eating? I'm dying to know. Are you like a fancy like truffle salad guy, or are you like eating a donair? Or somewhere in the middle of those two things? Chicken and rice and carrots. That actually all sounds very healthy. Nicely done. Oh, here comes Kyle Fletcher. Yes, Donair. I love me. So are you gonna like do the Donair thing after the TNA show? I got to work on Saturday morning, which kind of bums me out. I got to be at work at 7:00. It's payroll day. I got to pay all these guys. So Kyle Fletcher has arrived. I really liked the match at the pay-per-view, but I just wonder, like, if they're really trying to put this guy over, why they would have him lose to the champ, I don't know. But again, maybe there's some long-term storytelling here. We just have to sit and wait for it to happen to us. And he's not wearing those super weird glasses. He's wearing normal person glasses. So I'm on board with that too. He's on track to becoming the greatest TNT champion of all time. dorks. How dare you? Well, it appears that Kyle Fletcher wants to end the undefeated streak. And this I like. This actually gets him a bit of juice back. I'm not mad at this. Now, are we doing this on Collision? Are we doing this on the pay-per-view? Are we doing this next week on Dynamite? Are we doing this in the back alley behind the Donaire place? Oh, next week is the 6th year. Time flies, man. 6 years of Dynamite? That's pretty wild. All righty, next week, title versus streak. Kyle Fletcher versus Hologram. See, I was trying to find out what it must be October 2019. That sounds about right. I mean, that's 6 years if my math checks out, which I don't know because I'm not all that smart. Oh, Mina Shirakawa is standing by with Renee Paquette. What title does she have? Is that the ROH Women's Television title? Did she say she wanted my breasts or my best? I'm confused. All righty. All right, we're going to go to commercial. I have to use the little Boris's room, so please stick around because we got more AEW Dynamite coming right after this. I am pleased to report that the Toronto Blue Jays got a run. It's 7-1 in the 9th inning. Oh, man. This is not going well. Hang on a sec. I gotta, I'll be right back. Sorry about that. So we saw, as we're seeing now, the return of Jack Perry, and the return of Luchasaurus. Now, my question, and I mentioned this earlier on, is if this was going to be the big moment that everybody wanted, why did they bring Kill Switch back a couple of weeks before? Why did they not just have that be the return of Kill Switch, throw away the belt thing, and then we just move on with our lives? I don't understand why they brought him back a couple of weeks before. Maybe I just don't understand storytelling. Maybe I'm not all that smart. As we hear the music of the Riders of Death, which can mean only one thing: Claudio Castagnoli from the specially made Death Rider entrance. From Lucerne, Switzerland, 96, 43, and 5. They're doing a really good job of keeping track of the match totals. And we will see the appearance of Powerhouse Hobbs momentarily. Yeah, 6 years of Dynamite. That's a lot of people didn't think they'd make it this long, but nonetheless, they're still doing it. Here comes the Hobbs. And Hobbs wasting zero time. Jumpstart. I hate that. I hate when they use lingo. Don't use lingo, Taz. Don't say jumpstart. You should know better than that. Come on now. But hey, again, what do I know? I'm just some independent nobody. This is going to be a big meaty men meat slapping meat thing where people say meat a lot. I think. From Hollywood, Florida. That's where Dolph Ziggler was from, wasn't he? Actually, yeah, that hologram Kyle Fletcher match. That should be good. I'm looking forward to that. Claudio Castagnoli is insanely strong. Repeated slams from Powerhouse Hobbs. If you like body slams, have we got the match for you? Ooh. Ooh. That was an awkward fall out of the ring. Love that overhead camera. Big fan. I like that they don't use it too much. So when I do see it, I kind of pop forward. I'm like, oh, yeah, I like that overhead camera. Oh, and Hobbs head first into the steel steps. And those things weigh like thousands of pounds. That's one big possum. He was the first Andre the Giant Battle Royal winner, was he not? Or am I reinventing history? Ooh. Down upon the barricade once again. All right, we are into the picture-in-picture. So while we're in the picture-in-picture, again, I will take care of some house business. The house business, of course. LPW number 41, All Killers, coming your way October the 3rd, a week from Friday at the Rec Room in South Edmonton. Tickets available right now at Tixter.com. Plus, there will be tickets available at the door. If you cannot be there live, you can watch us live on IWTV at 7 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern. Speaking of the Rec Room here in Edmonton, Alberta, Canada, tomorrow night, 24 hours from right now, will be the TNA Night of Champions Q&A and photo op with all of the reigning TNA champions, as well as Gia Miller and Santina Morella. Tickets available for that right now at tnamerch.com. I don't know if there will be tickets at the door, so if that's something that you want to check out, which I think you should, because I think it'll be a lot of fun, you head over to tnamerch.com right now and get your tickets for that, as well as the two big TNA shows that are happening this weekend here in Edmonton on Friday and Saturday. There will be no Saturday Night Live again this week. I realize that's 2 weeks in a row now, and I apologize. But I will be at the TNA live events, so I will not be able to provide you with entertainment. But we're working on something fun for the following week. And, of course, I would like to plug November 14th is the big day. Love Wrestling presents Big Bad Boris's 40-hour Extreme. I will be streaming live on Twitch for 40 hours, taking donations for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. They have given to me, and I would like to give something back to them. So definitely keep an eye out for that. I'll be talking a lot about that in the coming weeks and months as we get set for that. And I'm hoping to raise a bunch of money and have a lot of fun and share a lot of memories, and just talk about this wacky world of professional wrestling and use it to do some good. So all that stuff is coming up in the next number of months, or number of weeks, I guess I should say, here in the Love Wrestling universe. We're in commercial. We'll be right back. Uno momento. All right, we are back. Live on AEW Dynamite from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Claudio Castagnoli and Powerhouse Hobbs in what I can only assume to be our main event. Nice gut wrench suplex. What do you think Claudio benches? What do you think he squats? What do you think he deadlifts? A Volkswagen? A small home? You know? Claudio disrespecting Hobbs. That is not the way to get a victory in this climate. Oh, the forearm exchange. The forearm exchange. Ask me how much I love it. Pillar to post goes Claudio. Looking for the super duperplex. That is a big super duperplex. A series of strikes from Claudio Castagnoli. Looking perhaps to neutralize. An emphatic power slam, not just a regular power slam. An emphatic. That should be his finish. The emphatic power slam. The fans love the meat. If you like body slams, we've got more of them. Claudio put the brakes on. The big meaty men are slapping the meat. And the straps are coming down, and you know what that means. Oh, it's Pac. Pac looks weird. What he's wearing and then the haircut, he looks weird, and I don't know how I feel about it. But Pac plays dividends and helps Claudio get the victory. Oh, and Hawaiian John, Samoa Joe is not happy about this, and he is chasing Pac off into the night. Man, Joe is just over everywhere he goes, everything he does. Oh no, but the rest of the Death Riders are swarming. Well, not the rest, two of them. Well, three of them. Because we can't have an episode of Dynamite without a Death Rider beatdown. It's, I think, contractually obligated. But here comes the Hangman with the title in his hand for some reason that I don't understand why, to help even the score and chase off the Riders of Death. And Samoa Joe and Hangman Page and Powerhouse Hobbs hold off the Death Riders. Nonetheless, Claudio, still your victor as we look ahead to our main event. Oh, I forgot. Tony Khan has a huge announcement. How can I forget about that? All right, everybody, get ready. Go to the fridge, get yourself a beverage, get yourself a snack. Use the restroom because we got to be ready for Tony's big announcement. It's coming up right after this commercial. All right, we're getting ready to come back from commercial. Fernando, you might be right about that. Women's tag team titles. Some people are saying a women's Continental Classic. Some people are saying a new Blood and Guts. But we're about to find out the big announcement from Tony Khan. So let's all just take this in. Oh, we got to take a look at our move of the night presented by Superman. All right, the move of the night is the dreaded Deadeye presented by Superman on HBO Max. T-Bird. Oh, Lord, more titles. All right, so the women's tag team titles, which I don't want the same thing to happen here that I think happened to WWE when I was watching. Now, in fairness, I haven't watched WWE regularly in a long time. But they made a big deal about having the women's tag team titles and the first ever women's tag team champions. And they like having first ever, and it's all cool to do this exciting new first ever thing. But then you got to book for that thing all the time. It's just like the trios titles. It's cool to have the first ever trios champions, but then you got to book for those things all the time. And I think this might be something that's it's cool to have right away, but then may fall by the wayside because it's, the luster wears off of how cool and new it is. And then it's a thing you kind of have to pay attention to. Nonetheless, it's main event time for the AEW Women's World Championship. As we await Mina Shirakawa, I talked about this a little bit earlier about the Chris Statlander winning the title of the pay-per-view. I have no problem with that. They tried to make it seem like a big deal. She won the title and there was a big pyro display and everything, but it just seemed off to me. If you want to do this and you want to put the title on Chris Statlander, which is fine, do it one-on-one and put some story behind it instead of I don't want to say thrown together four-way, but it was just kind of everyone's fighting everyone. Let's do a four-way. And it would make that, her winning that title a bit of a bigger deal that they wanted it to be. I don't know if I'm explaining that in a way that makes sense, but it seemed kind of odd to me. But nonetheless, it is what it is. Chris Statlander, the new AEW Women's Champion, and we will see her momentarily right here on Dynamite. And Fernando, you were correct in your prognostication. As we await and see the arrival of Chris Statlander, the new AEW Women's Champion. I'm going to eat a hamburger in like 15 minutes, and I'm really, really excited about it. And then I'm going to go to bed, which I'm even more excited about because I'm an old man and, sleeping is fabulous. Oh, I see Wheeler Yuta. I see the great Yuta hanging around at ringside. Nothing good can come from this. Oh yeah, and like the roll-uppy finish was kind of meh as well. I would have done it a bit differently if it was up to me. Again, no issues with like putting the title on her. I'm not, not mad at that. Just I would have done it differently. There's the bell, and our main event of Dynamite is underway. The AEW Women's Championship on the line. Taz shouting out Kurt Angle. That's interesting. I mean, quite frankly, it shouldn't be interesting, but it is. Backdrop driver suplex from the ever powerful Chris Statlander. WWE Evolve Succession event announced for next month. What is Evolve Succession? WWE Evolve will hold its first special episode next month entitled Succession. Wednesday, October 15th episode of Tubi will be branded with a special name. Okay. All right. That's what's going on with Evolve, I suppose. Ask a question, get an answer. I got the answer myself, but that's okay. Chris Statlander has had knee problems in the past. Has. Ooh, I like that. I can't believe the Blue Jays lost 7-1. This is not going well as we head into the playoffs. That's another story for another day. See, like apron bumps like that are not, they don't look good. Don't do that. All right, we're going to commercial. So I'll give the old sales pitch one more time since this will be probably I'm hoping, the last commercial before we say goodnight. LPW 41 coming up October 3rd. That's 1 week from this Friday at the South Edmonton Common Rec Room. Tickets available right now at Tixer.com. They will also be available at the door. If you cannot be there, do not live in Edmonton, or cannot be there, you can watch live on IWTV, 7 p.m. Mountain, 9 p.m. Eastern. No Saturday Night Love this week because I will be hanging out at TNA with the boss, Spencer Love, the Judge Ben Omen, and some other folks. But speaking of TNA, tomorrow night is the Night of Champions Q&A and photo op presented by TNA at the aforementioned South Edmonton Common Rec Room. Tickets for that are available right now at tnamerch.com. If I don't know if there's going to be tickets available at the door for that, so if you really want to attend that, and I think you should, because I think it's a really cool, neat thing that TNA is doing here that they don't necessarily do at a lot of the cities they go to. Get your tickets in advance at tnamerch.com. And of course, coming up November the 14th, Love Wrestling presents Big Bad Boris's 40-hour extreme. I will be streaming live on Twitch for 40 hours straight. God help me, to raise money for the Edmonton chapter of the Canadian Mental Health Association. So stay tuned for that. I've got some fun stuff planned, some nonsense and some wackiness. That is everything that's going on in the Love Wrestling world. If you are watching us right now on the YouTube, throw us a like, throw us a subscribe. Tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern will be another fine episode of Between Two Beards with the fabulous folks Pluggo and JPJ. If you're watching us on Twitch, give us a follow or however that works on Twitch. I don't even know. I'm not computer smart. I'm not a smart guy. And if you're watching on the Twitter machine on the Between Two Beards account, give them a follow and follow along with all the stuff they're doing for their big show tomorrow night and every Thursday right here on Love Wrestling's YouTube channel. We'll be back for the finish of AEW Dynamite momentarily. And just like that, we are coming back from commercial. Mina Shirakawa taking on the new AEW Women's Champion, Chris Statlander. Sling Blade from Mina. How are the Yankees doing? I bet you they're winning because, let's check just to see how upset I want to get at myself. The Guardians are beating the Tigers fell off big time. Let's see what's going on here. The Yankees beat the White Sox 8-1. So if I'm understanding the way things work, the Yankees and the Blue Jays are now tied atop the American League East, but the Blue Jays have the tiebreaker, so I believe they're technically still in first place. But man, things are not going well in Blue Jay land, and I don't know what the problem is, but now is not the time for them to fall off. But this is not a baseball show. This is a professional wrestling show, and Chris Statlander is putting the hurting on Mina Shirakawa in our main event. Oh, we got a trios match next week. We got Hangman Page and the Oops against the Death Riders for the 6th anniversary of AEW Dynamite next week. That card is starting to shape up already. They haven't mentioned anything about what's going on for Collision this week. I guess we just have to wait and see. Oh, planting Shirakawa. Oh, but Mina kicks out at 2. Do we see Tony Storm tonight? So many questions, no answers. I love a good dragon screw leg whip. Big fan of the dragon screw. Some of the guys do it they make it look fabulous. Somebody hit one at the pay-per-view, actually. I don't remember who it was, but it looks so good. Mina up top. Well, Sling Blade off the top. It looked not great, but it got the job done. But Statlander able to kick out at 2. Big roaring elbow from Mina, followed by the kick. Now, she has to use that same finish she won the title with if we're going to get that thing over. Oh, into the figure 4 leg lock. Statlander right in the middle of the ring. Trying to get free or get to the bottom rope, which she does. But the damage has been done. And Taz just said that after I said that, showing that one of us is a terrible commentator, and it's probably me. Big back fist from Mina Shirakawa. She's going to go again for the figure 4, but gets kicked off. And the seatbelt pin, as I mentioned moments ago, is enough to get it done. Chris Statlander wins, successfully retaining her AEW Women's Championship in our main event on another phantasmagorical episode of AEW Dynamite. And Wheeler Yuta, the great Yuta, in the ring, very, very happy, cheering on Chris Statlander. Harley Cameron very happy for her friend. What's going to happen here? Is she going to go heel? Oh, here comes Claudio Castagnoli. There's so much going on here. Daniel Garcia's out here too. We can't just end the show normally. We got to have some shenanigans. Maybe Harley Cameron's going to join the Death Riders. And here comes Jon Moxley and Marina Shafir, and we're going to get to the bottom of this particular thing. All right, let's cut to the chase here. I got hamburgers to eat. I think it'd be fabulous if it's Harley. I think it would be. Doesn't make any sense, but, you know, wrestling doesn't make sense. That's just kind of the way we do things. Big hugs from Wheeler Yuta. What are we doing here? Oh, and Statlander hugging him back. Raising her hand in the air. This is all very ambiguous. Can we just, like, drop the other shoe here? Oh, but Chris Statlander says no to you, Wheeler Yuta. Hits the big clothesline. All the Death Riders are upset. Double birds to Moxley. Powder's out. Harley Cameron runs away with her. And everyone is happy. Well, the Death Riders are not happy, but... Oh, and now we hear the music of Darby Allin because the goddamn show should be over. And Darby Allin has a flamethrower because of course he does. Do you think they got permits for that? Do you think they went to like the fire marshal or like, hey, we're going to have a dude with a flamethrower here? Like, you know, just be aware. This seems a little excessive. I love how they're like, we price our shows so families can come to our shows. And then they send out the motherfucker with the flamethrower. But, you know, I mean, it's a cool visual. Don't get me wrong, but I can hear Cornette. I gotta listen to the Jim Cornette recap of this week's Dynamite because between pockets and the flamethrower, he's gonna have he's gonna blow a gasket. Oh, okay. So now we're going to the I Quit match between Jon Moxley and Darby Allin at Wrestle Dream. Oh, we got Darby and Chris Statlander against the Great Yuta and Marina Shafir. She hasn't had very many matches, like actual sanctioned matches. That should be interesting. We will look forward to that. Yeah, they haven't named anything that's going on Collision this week. Is there a Collision this week? Maybe I don't know anything. Regardless, that is the end of another stellar episode of AEW Dynamite. Thank you so much, everybody, for hanging out with me. Everybody who was active in the chat, everybody who hit the follow, the likes, the subscribes, and all the kind of fun stuff. No SNL this week, unfortunately, because I will be at TNA, but we will run into each other again next Wednesday for another AEW Dynamite Watchalong. And then the following Saturday, we will be back for Saturday Night Live, and we got something fun we're cooking up. So stay tuned for that. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to go eat hamburgers, and I love you guys. Good evening, good evening. It's time for AEW Watchalong with Boris. Dun, 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 dun.
If you need a feature, you just go Dynamite, Dynamite, jazz hands, it's Dynamite time with Boris.